Hello, folks. My name is Detroit Miracle. Indeed. Right now, I want to have a celebrity topic, but it pertains to some deceased celebrities that had died. I'm going into the issue of the most famous celebrities that die unsuspectingly and seemingly where they seem to be healthy, well, and okay, and then they might die under any type of circumstances, but nevertheless they did. And then afterwards, there's a lot of fan crazed beliefs that those celebrities fake their deaths and that they're still alive. But why would they do that? Because fame is an ultimate drug. Success is an ultimate drug. Wealth is an ultimate drug. They aren't the only drugs that's out there that gratifies. But yeah, when you have millions of people acknowledging you and saying you're great, saying you're the very best at something, like then that's an amazing feeling to be able to take all that in. So why would celebrities that have all of that just say, hey, I want to fake my own death and drop out of sight and then lose all of that fame, recognition, and acknowledgement? I know they would say, well, Detroit Miracle, if those celebrities fake their own death, then they can get famous in another way or it will increase their fame. True, but if you fake your death, isn't that illegal? Isn't that immoral? Isn't that unethical? So wouldn't they lose their fan bases if those celebrities said, wait a minute, I know how to make more money. I'm going to drop out of sight, fake my own death, sell 100 million more albums, sell 100 million more movies, sell 100 million more everything that I'm involved in, because the people are really going to run out and buy and purchase my products because I'm no longer around. So don't you think that if those celebrities someday resurface that fake their own deaths, the people would be incredibly mad if that happened? They'd be like, man, you hustled me, you conned me, you did this for a money grab thing. So would they retain those interests as far as them being appealing amongst millions of people if they faked their own deaths and then came back mysteriously under unfortunate sets of circumstances, or like some strange set of circumstances? They're like, whoa, they might have to make up a cover story. I know, like, hey, I lost my memories, I passed out and I woke up and I didn't know who I was. They could sell that type of story, but you could only use it maybe once or twice, because people are like, hey, how many times does somebody just lose their memory and drop out of sight for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and then comes back saying, I remember everything all of a sudden? So you have to consider those things too. Now, I'm not really mentioning celebrities by name right now because we all know who they are. And I'm talking about dozens of celebrities, maybe hundreds, all throughout history that died, and then people thought that they faked their own deaths. You know what that is? That's cultism. It's fanatic behavior. So the fans become fanatical and more cult-like when their famous celebrities are no longer here. So they try to fixate on anything to keep the celebrities around. And the most, like, number one thing that they will do in order to ensure that is say, well, they're not really dead, those celebrities, they simply faked their own deaths and dropped out of sight. Now, we know the notorious type of celebrities that may have felt their lives were in danger, so they had a legitimate reason to fake their deaths. We know that, but they're saying, like, people, I'm gonna mention names, they're saying like people like Elvis, Jimi Hendrix, Bruce Lee, Tupac Shakur, to name several very famous ones, and I did mention names. Since they're immensely famous and iconic, the people are saying there's no way they could die or could have died, so they must still be alive. Like those people that feel that way and build up like clubs and committees that feel the same as they do, they become like cultists, like they're fanatical cultists, meaning that they put their celebrities in such a position that they can run for president and they vote for them. And hey, the celebrities might do a good job at that because they know that people like to be entertained and happy, and they would probably do what they can to not lose their appeal or lose those fan bases. People, why do you think Donald Trump is so iconic? Why do you believe that? It's because he was famous. He is famous. He's political. He's a successful business person. Like and he probably sold a couple of books. You know, the books probably were bestsellers. So everything like he touches golden is successful as far as business, entertainment, political, and all of that. That's why the people are like, if Donald Trump was just any candidate off the street running for office and he wasn't Donald Trump, then the people wouldn't care. You know, the more famous you get, the more they care. And that's why they put, and Tupac Shakur is another example. Tupac Shakur was immensely infamous and immensely famous. He did a lot of things in his life in a short period of time before he died at 25 years old or 26, something like that. Now, if Tupac wasn't as popular as he was when he died, then the interest in his death wouldn't be so high. And of course, his fan base wouldn't have been as immense like that. But like people, like the thing about faking your death, anybody can do that. You don't necessarily have to be a celebrity. You ever heard of the witness protection programs where people, if it's a case where you are testifying against some major criminal and you need to drop out of sight because that criminal is dangerous, then yeah, that's a legitimate reason to fake your own death. But somebody immensely famous to stay in big mansions that has millions of people admiring them is not going to just say, wow, I'm going to throw this all away, give it all up and fake my death and go into hiding. And that doesn't make sense, especially since they enjoy being famous, and they definitely enjoy having fan bases in the millions. That's a hard drug to give up. It's something like going cold turkey. Then once you drop out of sight, people believe you're dead anyway. And then you'll be thinking, as that famous person, well, they don't think I'm alive anymore. So I can't really draw on that type of energy. So I'm drawing on like other types of energy. Maybe they would do it to boost their intake or something. Like if millions of people are in mourning or something, if you want to believe that. But it doesn't make sense for me to believe that, you know. Because, hey, people want to be famous. They want popularity. They want wealth. They want acknowledgement. And all of those things combined will be nearly impossible to just give up and throw away. Well, that's my take on it. And I know many others that see reason, sanity, rationality, feel the same as I do. Okay, folks, it's been fun. So I'd appreciate it if you give me those likes, comments, and please subscribe to me, Detroit Miracle.